It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Dog's Window Brewery, and this is a can of their Seat Thief. Now, I've been lucky enough to meet the dog, the owner's dog of Dog's Window Brewery. Fantastic little dog, little Jack Russell it is. This is 6.8% ABV, 440 milliliter can. And it's an IPA, yeah, fantastic looking IPA. They've changed their branding, Dog's Window. They've gone for kind of more of a futuristic look on things, and I quite like it. I quite like the change. I like the black can over the white can. It's very sleek, And considering they do their own labels, one guy does it all, from sourcing the ingredients, finding the cans, brewing the beer. Anything that goes wrong with the brewery, he's got to fix himself. He kind of does all the labeling, as I just mentioned, all the design, all of the beer designing which IPAs, which hops to go with which malts, and everything else that goes with it. It's a one-man band, and I think it's a fantastic thing to do as a one-man band, because it's a lot of work. I'll talk more about that in a moment, but I want to get it out into a glass and see what we get. Here's the glass. So, good levels of carbonation in this one. It's a lovely, fluffy, creamy, two-finger white head. The brewer has either used wheat or oats in this. We'll have a look at the ingredients in a moment. Good levels of carbonation, hazy, light amber coloured beer. 6.8% ABV. Let's get the aroma on this one then. Yeah, and that's hoppy. That is one hoppy beer. It's got a kind of, there's a level of dryness, but there's a level of sweetness coming through on this beer too. It's got a tutti fruity aroma to it, tropical fruits coming through. It smells really good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Full-bodied, great drinkability. Nice levels of carbonation, pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth. It's quite a highly carbonated beer. Citrus fruits coming through. Almost like an apricot, a mixed fruit jam. Maybe a bit of a dark plum flavour. Grapefruit, orange peel, fleshy blood orange. Lovely bitterness on the back end. So there's a sweetness to begin with and a nice kind of bitterness on the back end. So the beer's balanced. And it's great. It's a great beer. Now, I was invited. You might be seeing this video more than likely a week or two after I posted the kind of beers and bars of Bridgend in South Wales. But I was invited down to Bridgend yesterday. It was just yesterday, but I have a load of uploads to get onto YouTube. So it'll be a couple of weeks before you actually see this review. But I was there yesterday, got a train there. Train was really cheap. And I was on the train for like 40 minutes. If I went 40 minutes the other way, it probably cost me the best part of 80, 90 quid. But going 40 minutes west on a slow train, it was like 6 quid. 6 quid all the way down to Bridgend. And it's a fair old whack away. It's about 25, 30 miles away. Why it's so cheap, I don't know. But anyway, apart from that, got off the train. I went to a place called the Nearest Beer Shop, which they've kind of branched into. They sell their beers there, so if ever you're in Bridgend, pop there. And I was saying in the video, I haven't been to Bridgend properly. I mean, everybody goes to, like, if you're around this area, everybody goes to MacArthur Glen, that sort of thing. The Odeon Cinema in Bridgend is pretty good. Sainsbury's in Bridgend is pretty good. But I thought the actual town centre was really impressive. Have a look at the video. You'll see me. I'm at the bottle shop, the beer shop. I'm at the brewery. We go around a load of pubs. I'll cover the pubs in a separate video. I got another one of their beers to do, so I want to cover the pubs in another video. 10 minutes or 10 days. Look out for that one, a hazy double IPA. That's next to review after this one. But they got a really interesting setup, and the whole reason I brought that up is because the way the brewery is set up, they've built everything from the ground up. They've kind of like bought a couple of mash tuns, bought a couple of fermenters, and the rest of it. And I think this is great because I said to the owner yesterday, I said to him, if I was to open a brewery or start a brewery, I would go down this same route, you know, of kind of like using bits of drainage to kind of like spadge and it's just fantastic the way we set up, because it shows. And have a look at the video and you'll see it all for yourself. But it shows that you haven't got to spend £1 million on a brewery. It shows that if you're a little bit hands-on, if you can do a little bit of plumbing, and you want to start it's not far off the size of this room, his brewery, this small conservatory. And he's got a boiled kettle, mash tun, couple of fermenters over there, canning line over there, and it just you know, he's walking, there's enough room to get things done, and I just think it's fantastic. And the point of all of this is, because he's so hands-on and because he's kind of like built his brewery from scratch with his bare hands, he knows that brewery inside out, and he's able to produce great beer. Now, looking at this beer, you couldn't tell if this beer had come from £1 million purpose-built brewery or a brewery in a garage. You would never know. You would never know. Look at it. As I rock the beer back and forth, you can see that carbonation chasing the head up the glass. Fantastic lacing on the glass. Fantastic body. Fantastic aroma. Really tasty beer. It's great stuff. I get up to have beer, choose a glass from the cupboard, grab a cold one from the fridge and pour it out. I come back to find the dog has pinched my seat again. Love it. Love it. Seat Thief. Dog's Window Brewery, India Pale Ale. The dog's fantastic as well. The dog does some fantastic tricks. He was rolling over and jumping on his back and all sorts. It was fantastic. Yeah, so rating for this one. Straight off the back of being at the brewery yesterday. Lovely people. Bridgend surprised me. Don't know why I've never really been to Bridgend before. Don't know, just one of those things. It's a bit like Lantwick Major. Never really been to Llanswick Major either, or really Cowbridge for that matter. I bet there's lots to see and do there too. I like that enough to give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom, cheers.